Hello everyone, I'm Luffy Ress, and this is Super Mario 35. Today's daily challenges are: defeat 20 enemies, use item roulette once, clear 30 courses. Huh. Not too bad. Not too bad. We'll just do what we usually do, and we'll see how that goes. It's the 1st of December. Snow's kinda still on the ground where I'm at. I don't know if there's snow where you are. Hopefully it's not affecting you negatively. Either way, let's finish out the year. One Super Mario 35 round at a time. Oops, no. Okay, I screwed that up right from the get-go. You know what I could do? Which would do me even more. Like, this is the dumbest thing I could do at this point. No power-ups. No real timer. I got 20 seconds. Less than 20 seconds. 30 seconds. Oof. Nice. We're on attacker, but I'm not really seeing... because I didn't kill anything. This is awesome. There we go. Timer's back to 40 seconds almost. Cool. Alright, we're at 50 seconds, which isn't great, but you know. Could be worse. Could be worse. We have 100 coins though, so that's cool. I will definitely die though if we lose like a bunch of people very shortly. Like, I need a timer Hail Mary at this point. I am at half a minute. And I've been at half a minute the entire time. I'm just not getting enemies. Crazy. Yeah, let's just do this course again. That's gonna be a great boon to me. Definitely. Honestly, not too bad. Nice. Cool. Timer's slowly building up. Mastering the slide is very important. Not so much in, like, normal Mario play, but, like, in a competitive Super Mario, apparently it's really great. Not that I'm, like, mastering the meta here in Super Mario 35, but I think the slide is a useful technique. There's a lot of other things that are, like, really useful to know, though. Like, I mention it every time, but that, like, Piranha Plant hitbox thing where you can, like, bounce off an enemy that's overlapped with a Piranha Plant, super useful in, like, the dumbest situations. You never think you'll need it until you do. That wasn't it. I was really hoping I'd be able to, like, demonstrate it. Like, that'd be perfect. And, like, knowing that Mario can basically cling to stuff with his toes, Mario or Luigi, like, it's not... either one of them can do it. And, like, knowing how the warp zone works, is it occurs to me that I actually don't know how it works at all. Okay, I need you... There we go. But that's just me. Not knowing how the warp zone works. I mean, I know how, like, if you get there, you can choose what, like, levels you go to, but I don't mean, like, how those levels are picked. Like, are they the next 3? Are they actually, like, the next 3 from the next 6, you know? Like, I don't know. Oh, I need you. Thanks, friend. I feel like that clearing 30 courses thing is gonna be hard. Not hard, just tedious. The way all things go. I didn't get to see my own Bowser, because I was like, skipping! Short hops. And now the timer's like almost maxed. Yeah, it's maxed out. Cool. All I had to do was have a really good... Oh my goodness. All I had to do was have one really successful run. It's all about bouncing. And like, that's a real pro's technique, is like, perfecting hitting shells. Is something I don't have down at all. I say as I prove it right there, you know, like, there's the proof in the pudding and then there's the proof right in front of your face. Cool, cool, cool. Lots of Bowsers. Getting what Bowsers deserve. Lots of Koopas. Being trooped. And like, one of the most important things is like bouncing, and I know, like, duh. Like, his original name was Jumpman. Like, of course jumping is gonna be super important for Mario. Nice. But like, bouncing from one enemy to another is super important. What? I had to contend with a Bowser, dumb game. Like, what is this? Well, it's what's fair to everybody else. Why is what's fair to everybody else never fair to me? What is this madness? Oh boy. Cool. Yeah, well that's what I think about you, fish. That's not what I want. That's not what I want. You wasted all my time and money. I'm a little angry. But at least I've got 24 courses left of freaking... Oh, cool. We got Zombie Goomba. That's always great. No sarcasm, always great. But yeah, bouncing is important, so is sliding, and occasions. I'm sure there's a lot of other dumb tricks. Where'd everybody go? Oh man, it's like hide and seek sometimes. Like, one thing I wonder is how much time would it take to make up for, like, being at 10 seconds from the start? Like, if I just waited here until my timer went all, like, you gotta get moving, until I was, like, at 10 seconds, could I still, like, survive? I'm not gonna try it. At least not, like, now. Maybe, like, once we've gotten all the icons, and we're, like, a little better leveled up, maybe then we'll start, like, dunking on, like, dumb gameplay. I don't know. Seems like a really dumb thing to do. But, you know, in this economy, becoming a YouTuber also seems really dumb. But, you know, we all gotta do what we gotta do. And it's not like I spent all my income on video games before because I really like well, I do like collecting them. I like having shelves full of stuff. And I know that goes against, like, the new modern ethos of, like, not having stuff. Like, having experiences and, like, being anti-consumerist. And, like, I can jive with that stuff. I think it's great. At the same time, I also like collecting stuff. I never learned how to value people. I value objects. They make me calm. And it's not the acquiring that does it. It's the looking at them. Like, if I had $1 for every hour I've wasted in my life, or spent, not wasted, spent, staring at blank walls, like, I'd have a significant amount of money. Like, I'm not even kidding you. I'm just that boring a person. Like, that's how I trick people. They all think I'm like some sort of vanilla human-esque pathetic loser, and then it's like, nope. I have opinions. Very strong ones. And also, I'm not really afraid of people that much. I say, but like, I don't leave my house because I am afraid of people. Among other things. Honestly, it's just one of those social laws of, like, inertia, where if you don't do something for a long time, it becomes, like, an impossible chore to do it, if not an outright, like, source of anxiety to think about. Which is why it's important to go out for walks every once in a while. Unless you live in an area where you can't do that. And then I apologize. That's fun. Yeah, I'll wait. Come here. Yeah, the social law of inertia. If you don't leave your house every once in a while, it becomes really scary to do it. And this can happen to anyone, like, no matter how introverted or extroverted you are. It's just the way human brains are set up. Not that I have any science behind that, it's not like this is a real thing, I'm just talking from experience and from other people that I know who had similar experiences. But, like, my bubble is literally, like, real-life people in my same boat and internet people in worse boats, so maybe that's not a good sample. Like, always ask when you hear studies, like, what's the sample size? What's their thesis? Did it actually prove its own thesis or disprove? Like, these are really important things that people don't know how to do. So if you learn it from me, and you actually start thinking about this stuff, you're ahead of the curve. And while it won't make you less easy to trick, you'll at least know some tricks of your own to waste the pool maker's times. And that's all we really need to do. Defeat the poll makers. Oh boy. I thought I was gonna get some good bounces. And I did get a lot of good bounces, just not as good as I thought I'd get. Not as good as I thought I'd get. No Bowsers yet though, so that's sweet. That always screws me up so bad. It's like, don't do that, please. Yeah, when I was in, like, high school, my senior year, I found an old book called, like, The Rules, and it was just full of, like, all the dumb, like, random things people say, like all the, like, Murphy's Law, like, things, or, like, Jones rules to, like, a happy marriage and garbage like that. Really fascinating stuff. But it really opened my eyes to the fact that, like, All it takes to be an authority is to just have nobody, like, nobody stop you from having that authority. Like, authority in general is just an assigned thing. It's so weird. It's like respect. You have to earn it. But nobody really wants to earn respect. Everybody just wants it. And I think that's a sign of being raised wrong. But that has major implications for the entire United States society. It really does. We're all entitled pieces of crap. While at the same time being generous enough to, like, not make a living wage and still donate money to people, you know? Like, that's the crazy thing. Like, how can you know you make garbage, know your kids are gonna make garbage, donate money to, like, people who need it more, and then be like, you know what, but we shouldn't have free healthcare. Or we shouldn't, like, have free college. I don't get it. I don't know. I feel like the major curse of getting all my news from Twitter and Reddit is, like, that my media bubble is both inherently, like, skewed in, like, every direction. So, like, I don't know. Like, if I were to be described, like, in a serious way, I would be a humanist hedonist. Which is almost... It's not an oxymoron. Like, you can care about others, and then care about your own pleasure for... You can care about both... You can care about multiple things. Like, that's the thing. Like, to assume they're oxymorons just means that, like, someone who cares about their own pleasure also can't care about others. Which is dumb. People are complex. Like, people like to go on about binary theory. Like how there's, like, you know, the yin and yang, the male and female, and it's like, that's a load of garbage. There's no biological, like, thing for that. And, like, yeah, like, I'm not arguing that men and women aren't different. They are. But, like, there's a lot more going on underneath the hood than just, like, a switch that says you're a man or a switch that says you're a woman. Like, I don't know. I'm tired of pseudo-intellectual garbage, I guess. As much as I like to speak it and, like, consume it, I hate it so much. It's like conspiracy theories. I loved them so much as a kid, but you read enough of them and it's all, like... It's all anti-Semitic garbage. It's all some secret thing is trying to ruin the world, and it's probably being said by some guy who also believes that some other guy is trying to ruin the world with money. I don't know. It's all garbage. And this isn't to say that, like, conspiracy theories are bad inherently. Like, conspiracies, by their nature, are secretive things. Like, there are definitely conspiracies going on right now that people are trying to get other people aware of. And there are definitely... What did I just say? Definitely conspiracies that nobody's aware of now, other than, like, the people involved in them. And some of these have no bearing on, like, worldly issues, and some of these do. I don't know. So, like, just do research. And make sure that what you say isn't, like, harmful, I guess. Or be aware of who's being harmed by your speech, you know? Like, if it's random groups you have a beef with because you're a bigot, then... Well, you're not gonna see yourself as bigoted, you're a good person fighting the good fight, but... You know, like, if you're ever in a situation where you're saying, like, we have to kill the Jews, like, you're inherently wrong. If your side is the same people who are saying we have to kill the Jews, you're wrong, like, inherently. I don't care. We call them Nazis for a reason. Like, I don't know. And this is kind of, I don't know. Like, it may be too political for, like, Super Mario 35, but, like, we live in a dumb world. And a lot of those dumb people in this dumb world want to fill you with their dumb ideas. And I'm also one of those dumb people. Like, don't get it wrong, like, I'm also a person trying to be like, hey, maybe don't believe that is also inherently political. But, like, everything's kind of political. Like, society is a basic structure that only exists because we decided that maybe getting abstract in how we deal with this cruel world might actually be beneficial. And for the most part it is. Like, think how stupid it would be if you had to, like, do everything. Like, we don't think about, like, all the things that go into making toilet paper, or napkins, or pencils, and we use these kinds of things every day. Like, nobody could make a car on their own other than, like, I'm sure there are people who can and do, but, like, the amount of people who could make a car from scratch is definitely smaller than, like, the number of, like, people who need a car, you know? And, like, the number of people who need pencils is definitely greater than the number of people who could make a writing utensil on their own, from scratch. But these are the kinds of things I think about, like, constantly. Like, my brain's always either, like, completely blank or a rush of garbage. And it's really unfortunate all the time. Come on. There we go. Nice. Oh god, why are you doing this to me? Come on. Nice! Was not expecting that to happen. I just looked to number 2 and they're all red. Wow. I guess I can't cut this one out, even though it's my weird, like, semi-political, like, vague rant. I hope you focus more on the conspiracy theory part of it and not, like, on the political leanings. I mean, I don't know. Fuck Nazis, right? Like, that's an important thing. It really is. It really is. But at the same time, like, I don't know, like, there's a lot of interesting, like, conversations, not just politically, but in general, like, how to change people's minds. And, like, the crux of it, like, the crux of it is, like, you really can't. Like, that's the main point there, like, can you change people's minds? No. You really can't. They have to change it themselves. So, like, how do you create the conditions? And it's like, well, isn't that a little manipulative? And it's like, yeah, but, like, let's say a person's conditioned where whenever they say the letter A, they punch themselves in the head. It doesn't matter what the context is. If it's in the middle of a word, like, jab. If it's just, like, being like, ah, you know, like, they hit themselves in the head. So, you're tasked with changing this person's mind. Or not mind, but, like, getting rid of this behavior. How do you do it? And, like, old school, you could just hook them up to an electrifier, zap them every time they do this action, and hope to God that eventually their body learns, like, I don't like pain, I gotta stop. Which is a little brutal. Like, we really shouldn't do that to people. That's literally cruel and unusual. We have a whole amendment in the United States about this kind of stuff. But, like, there are more peaceful ways, but you kind of have to, like, lead people into those answers themselves. Like, the brain inherently rejects outside stimulus that it doesn't like. Because, here's a fun fact, your brain interprets being wrong, emotionally or factually, the same way it like experiences like physical pain. So every time somebody calls you out on something, that feeling you feel, like, you know, that like awkward like no, stop, like, that's your brain actually feeling pain. But your brain doesn't have nerves, so it can't feel pain. So you're experiencing like the same like chemicals as pain while not experiencing like the sensation of pain. And that's why like you get upset when you're wrong. Or when you make a mistake. Or when someone calls you out. And like there's also a lot of social things too, like a major reason is like we care about our social status because we're social animals. Like, not being the low man on the totem pole is super important to a lot of people. And that's just the way that's the way we're raised, that's the way it's always been for humans, pretty much, as far as we know. And maybe that's not true, maybe like in our distant past, before we started growing like crops, before we started, when we were still hunter-gatherers, like, maybe everything was super equal. There were no divisions between men and women. Who knows? Like, at the same time, we have no proof of this either way. So, like, saying, like, oh yeah, society was perfect and peaceful before farming, before society, is also a huge stretch. But, I don't know. It's kind of neat to think about. Like, the takeaway from this is, like, you know, the real enemy isn't hunger, it's not poverty, it's not even billionaires. The real enemy is the human brain, and we should remove it any chance we get, you know? I say, the first chance we get to pour ourselves into computers, we take it. That's how we get world peace. An entire planet of, like... Oh man, an entire planet of, like, the Portal 2 robot. Everybody wants to be GLaDOS. Turns out you're just Wheatley. But yeah, see, I can tie this stuff back to video games. I know what I'm doing. I may not always do it, but you know. I think my greatest argument, like in the context of video games, like for people who are like, don't Nazis have a right to protect themselves from being punched? And also you don't have the right to punch Nazis. Is like, does Mario have the right to kill enemies? Like, what's a piranha plant's crime? Like, until that thing eats me, it hasn't committed a crime, right? It's just there. It's a living creature. I'm still gonna zap it. I don't know. I feel like that's not a good example. Like, I'm not gonna edit it out, but like, let's never talk about this again. Until somebody else, like, makes a better argument using my, like, basic framework, and then makes me look like a complete fool. That's all I ask. Make me look really dumb with my own arguments. But honestly, like, continuing with the political talk a little bit, like, if you're gonna believe in something, like, actually, like, show your work. Like, know the theories, know the people. Like, there's a lot of people who don't, and that's why you can have people, like, saying, like, oh, yeah, Joe Biden's a socialist, and it's like, no, the only reason he's a Democrat is because that's what got him elected in Delaware. Like, he's literally what the Republicans were 20 years ago. Like, it's insane to me. But, I don't know, like, just be aware. Read multiple sources, and anytime you read a source, that makes your brain hurt. In that same way that, like, being told you're wrong. Just remember, that's your brain trying to tell you that your view of the world is objectively right when it can never be. Your brain really wants you to be the same person, while also consuming new information, because that's how it feeds. It feeds on new information. So, like, it's constantly playing this dumb game of, like, how can I protect you and how can I destroy you? And that's why human brains are the biggest enemy to the human being. We may live in a society, but the brain lives within your skull. I'm really leaning into this, like, that's a conspiracy theories I want to read, like, the human brain's a parasite, you know? If you've ever seen, like, the whole, like, human nervous system, though, like, it's scary. It's like some sort of weird tentacle monster. And that thing's just inside you. Like, it's interesting, too, like, psychology talks, like, how there's huge arguments now whether or not we are or are not our brains. Because you have a lot of, like, people, like, who don't like the human computer, like, explanation or whatever, like, how your brain's like a computer and how, like, you're basically just software. Although if we're really gonna lean into that, like, thing, like, you're really just the byproduct of the software. Like, you're not actually, like, your senses, you're not, like, I don't know, like, you're not really consciousness, you're just a byproduct of, like, all these senses coming together and, like, I don't know. There's a lot of cool talks about it, and I'm not really explaining this well, I think. And then you have the people who lean really hard into, like, how we are our brains, like, and there's a lot of good evidence for that too, like, you damage the brain, and we have multiple, like, really good cases of people who experience, like, traumatic brain injuries, and they change completely. At the same time, like, I don't know, it's interesting. Oh no, I need you. It's just really interesting. Oh my god, why am I screwing this up? Looks like I experienced the real traumatic brain injury. I need you. No! Why would I do that? I just wanted to kick that shell. Okay, we got 7 left. It's fine. But yeah, whether or not we are our brains is a really cool thesis. So if you're struggling and you're kind of in a scientific field, or if you're in high school and it doesn't really matter what your, like, research papers are about, like, look into that. It's not a waste of your time. Whether or not there's a Kennedy curse or whether or not, like, the Pikmin planet is Earth, those things are. The answer is yes, the Pikmin planet is Earth, and there is no Kennedy curse. Like, 50 years of rich people fucking up because they don't know better isn't the basis of a curse. It is the basis of multiple books, though, and a few television shows. So, that's life. Like, when you think about all the families that have been wiped out because of, like, poverty, or disease, or random garbage, like, just random things the governments of the world decide, like, yeah, get over yourself. Like, literally, like, half the things that happened were your guys' own faults. Because of your own choices. There are literally people who die, and they have no choice in the matter. Every day. And those are my feelings about the Kennedy curse. A little harsh. But who's gonna argue against me? Like, they're almost all dead. What are you gonna do about it? Support the Kennedys? They literally flussed away more money than you'll ever earn. I know I'm pretty flippant, but like, I don't know. Don't respect rich people. Like, Jeff Bezos sleeps more than you do, works less than you do, and has stolen more than any other man who's alive, pretty much. Other than maybe, like, Vladimir Putin and, like, literally every other American billionaire. I say, laughing. While earning no money. Making videos that I'm gonna put on Google. Who's objectively just as bad. Oh boy. Don't have to worry about demonetization if you're too small to earn money. Neat. Okay. Huh. Yeah, the real strat is just to keep playing this level. Because I can deal with Bowsers. I can send other people's Bowsers to other people. That's no real issue. Quit jumping, you ding-dong. That took way too long. It doesn't matter, it's still early in the game, but like, that really took way too long. It's weird to me that like there was a time where I was like deathly afraid of Bowsers, and that they're still enough to like make me panic, but I'll be like, oh yeah, get out of my face, you giant weirdo. Kind of in the way there, bud. Casually destroying my enemies. The way things should be. That's fun. Nice. So it's 2020. Like, it's been some time after Undertale came out, and people are still making remixes of Megalovania. I think that's awesome. Like, I know a lot of people would be like, really? But, like, that's staying power. And especially because they're all, like, really weird, like, ones, like, Sands with Anxiety. I just removed all the pauses in the entire song, and it's like, that's... What? You know, like, I really love this stuff. So that might be because I went to art school, so now I'm indoctrinated into, like, really enjoying, like, postmodernist garbage. I say that, but, like, I hate postmodernism with a passion. I also really enjoy, like, really dumb projects that only have meaning for, like, them being them. Like, not even, like, in the professional art world, like, I really enjoy, like, really derivative YouTube stuff. I really enjoy, like, Garfield minus Garfield, anti-humor, like, I don't know. Like, it's crazy to me to think that 300,000 years ago, my ancestors were just apes in Africa, like, hoping to God they weren't getting eaten by something way larger than them. And now here I am, sitting in a chair in my parents' house, about to turn 30, playing a game I've literally playing the corpse of a game I've played a bazillion times in my life. Still doing it very badly, while talking to people I've never met in the past. Like, that's so weird when you think about it. And that's, I guess, why we don't. It's like Rick says in Rick and Morty, don't think about it. Because, like, everything's way weirder than it seems. And, like, why waste the time to do the math when nobody asks you to? When it doesn't help anybody? When it's only going to hurt you? Like, I can grok with that ethos of, like, Rick and Morty. I think that's actually kind of a good message. Like, a lot of people do panic about stuff that they have no control over. Like, you know, if it turned out the universe was a simulation, like, what can we do? We can't leave it. Like, I mean, does it really matter if God's some sort of weird alien scientist or an invisible being that has our inherent wants and needs at heart? Like, I don't know. Like, to people who believe in God, I'm sure it does. To me, who kinda doesn't, like, I don't know. Not really. Doesn't really affect me. This doesn't say, like, we don't have, like, meaning, like... Life, the meaning of life is whatever we make of it. Like, that's kind of the cool thing about free will. Assuming we have that, too. Laughs in despair. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Come on. There we go. There we go. I've gotten really quiet because I'm trying to, like, refocus myself, but at the same time I completely forgot my train of thought. Which is how I know I have free will. I don't know about you guys, but I forget stuff way too much to, like, have this be pre-planned, you know? Or maybe the forgetting is just the way that I forget, like, that I don't have free will. I don't know. Everything could have a darker meaning, I guess. That's pretty bleak. Oh no. Come on, Bloopy. Nice. I knew you could do it. I knew I could do it. Yeah, I'll send you a Bowser. Aw, man. I can't get into that pipe. What is this? Maybe the pipe was never real. Maybe that French madman was right. Cool beans. Don't jump here, I can wait, 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 I can wait. I don't care. It's gonna end the same way no matter what. With me cursing myself losing that power-up. And here we go, buddies! Red zone! Come on, give me you. I swear to God, if this works out better for me than anything else, then... yeah, fine. Not really what I wanted, but I'll take it. Oh boy, that's not what I want at all. Come on, give me power-ups, give me a power-up, give me a power-up, give me a power-up, give me a power-up, give me a power-up. Yes. Good enough. Good enough. I'll tank that. Thank you. It's only panic if I'm desperate. Remember that. It's only panic if you're desperate. This is just blind acceptance of, like, how things are gonna get bad and worse. Come on. I'm so done. Why did I even do that? I don't need that. Cool. Really? I guess that's fair. I've earned this. Oh boy, I have not earned this. What did I do to you guys? What did I do to you guys? Oh my god. Oh my god. What the heck? What did I do to you? Game! Stop! This is too stressful for poor little me. I can't handle it. But I've got to. Okay. I know exactly what I need to do. It's called get these coins, it's called fry this guy, it's called run, run, run. Yep. That's it. Dang it. Should've did something with that blooper, I guess. Second place is pretty good, though. Not the way I'd want to die, but, you know. We rarely get to choose. And I finally beat that last thing. Cool. Cool beans. I feel like I might be back to like only winning one game, I guess, from now on. I don't know. I'm scared. But oh well. That was a pretty close match. And who could ever foresee that a blooper would end me? Other than everybody else who was like, jump better. That's what it comes down to. Jumping good. Like Samurai Jack tried to tell us. I am not jumping good. I do not have the jumps of somebody who knows how to jump good. Sometimes I jump well, but not good. Nice. Come on, guys, you can do it. Aw, man. Really? You can do it, friends. Don't stay in the red zone too long. Turns out my obsessive killing of everything is what prolongs the matches I play. You just keep defeating Goombas, man, like it's super easy. That's my strat. Preemptive prolonging. Not to be confused with preemptive prolapse. If you've ever experienced that, talk to your doctor. Not me. I don't want to hear about it. Unless you use that experience to form like a really cool garage band. And then I'd like to hear about it. I don't know anything about music, but interesting life experiences are always cool to like absorb. And then steal, like the Thing. Not that I'd ever do that. But it's like my parents always used to say, never trust anything without tendrils. Aw, man. And you humans have a surprising lack of them. Not surprising. After all, you have bodies of flesh, and they're filled with blood. That's disgusting. I hate biology so much. Like, not in a, like, it's fascinating. Don't get me wrong, it's just, like, the fact that this planet is covered in meat balloons filled with, like, liquid is pretty gross. Although, unlike in movies where those meat balloons pop really easily, like, in life, they really don't. Like, the only reason, like, insects do, and they're, like, the easiest thing to, like, do that is they're basically just jelly donuts with legs. And like, not really, like don't eat them like a jelly donut, but like, they've got a harder thing on the outside, and then they just have all their goo on the inside. But like, the harder thing on the outside really doesn't matter when it's like only a few like, what, like not even a few millimeters thick, and can be broken by literally anything larger than them. Which may not have been a design flaw when they were like the size of like toy airplanes and like small dogs, but now that they're all the size of like teeny weeny little teeny guys, like yeah. But honestly, there are no design flaws in evolution. It's just things that happen. Sometimes those things allow a creature to survive, and sometimes they don't. And the ones that do get passed on sometimes, and the ones that don't usually don't get passed on, but sometimes they do. And the weird mixing of these traits creates new species. Allegedly. We still don't really... I mean, we actually have a really good understanding of, like, micro and macro evolution. It's just, like... I don't know. Like, the more I read about it, the more it's like, there's actually a lot of really good examples. Like, those English moths that changed their color during the Industrial Revolution. Certain other kinds of animals that are also, like, changing their things based on humans really quickly, like... And then you have, like, everything that's going extinct because of us. Like, that's crazy. Like, we're not experiencing, like, a new extinction event. We are the new extinction event. And if that's not a headline, I don't know what is. So one thing I've noticed, like, while doing this, is that sometimes when I'm talking with the headphones on, it feels like my mouth's full of water and I can't really say what I want to say. I don't know if, like, that's something that people just experience when, like, their, like, ability to hear themselves is, like, compromised, or if that's just, like, a me thing. I don't know. I'm not gonna worry about it. It's just something I notice. / struggle with. Nice. How are there 4 people? That's crazy. I guess we have been doing this for like 7 minutes. That makes sense. Cool. Aw, man. Oh, cool. I did something neat. Yeah, Mario can hang by his toes really well. Remember that. Like, I'm sure there's actually, like, a frame-perfect toe hang. Somewhere. I know I haven't done one. But I know other people had to have. Because this world is crazy. And it's full of insane people with great skills. Although I bet using words like insane and crazy are actually... It's a little ableist, isn't it? Like, when you think about it. Like, a lot of the words about, like, people with, like, mental disorders are really, like, hurtful when you think about it. So maybe I'll try to, like, edit that out. Not, like, out of the video, but, like, out of my own, like, verbal toolbox. I feel like that's something to work on. A less harmful vocabulary. And I only mean that in words that actually hurt people. Like, I don't care about expletives. Like, fuck you. You know? Like, I'll say what I want, but I'll also, like, try not to make people feel bad. For, like, who they are. Like, I don't care if you feel bad because I disagree with you or you disagree with me. Like, oh well, that's life. Like, the moment two people were born, like, was the moment arguments started and never ended. Like, human beings aren't really made to, like, I don't know, like, you know, like the, what's it called, the killer ape theory? Like, that's been pretty much just proven, hasn't it? Like, and there's a lot of evidence that humans are actually made to, like, cooperate, and that we are and, like, there's a lot of, like, just anecdotal evidence that, like, we're super social animals that actually really do require, like, a high degree of, like, dealing with other people in really positive ways to, like, be healthy. What was I talking about earlier? Oh yeah, like, not caring about what I say. That's a horrible thing to say, but at the same time, it's like, nah, boundaries, you know. It's important to set them. If you don't like what I say, you can set the boundary that you don't listen to me. Or that you write hateful tweets to me. You know, you can do that too. It's a free country. It's a free world. The internet's still like the Wild West. Neat. Am I gonna regret this? No, I'm not. I never regret anything. I'm the greatest. You can't stop me, I'm awesome. Oh, I don't even need coins. What am I doing? I'm kind of in need... Oh goodness, I did the wrong thing. Okay. Please don't destroy... Of course. You betrayed me. Of course you would, game. Oh goodness. Whoa, how'd I do that? How'd I pull off that? I don't know. That was awesome. I'm still doing pretty well, I think. As long as I don't jump into a hole. Like, I don't think I have this one in the bag. I'm not in the zone. I'm gonna say that. I'm not in the zone. But, like, getting second place twice isn't bad. Oh boy. When you start psyching your... Oh yeah, nice, cool. I was gonna say, like, as long as I don't jump into a hole, or do some really bad timing with my power-ups, this is a really strong position to be in. And I think that's a big part of like, being successful. Is, like, knowing when you have the cards you need to win. Oh cool, we got 2 icons today. That's awesome. Another game! Another game! Yeah. And, like, I know that's a really obvious thing, like, well, yeah. If you have all the cards you need, like, of course you'll win. Think of how many people don't know the rules of, like, any random card game, and how many people could win, but don't, because they don't know the rules. And then think of all the people who don't win because they don't get to play. And then think of all the people who don't get to play because the people playing don't want to play with those people. And that works in multiple ways, like, you know, like... how, like, the furry fandom excludes, like, Nazis, and, like, that's a fair thing, I feel. Because you kind of have to be intolerant of intolerance. Otherwise you get eaten by intolerance. Like, that's the dumb thing. Like, you have to be a little intolerant. Like, being perfectly tolerant just allows tolerance to be eaten by intolerance. Which is its whole, like, that's a whole nother theory. Like, that's another interesting thing. What was I talking about originally, though, before I went on this little rant? Excluding people. Yeah. But then you think about, like, how for literally hundreds of years, like, American policy was basically, like, screw black people, you know? Like, and as a white guy pretending to be an alien creature on the internet, like, I'm not the best I'm not a person who should even enter this conversation as an expert or anything. But it's a little unfair, which is a huge understatement. You know, like, it's a little unfair that a country that describes itself as one for the free literally worked very hard to steal the freedoms from people and then never properly, like, repaid them or their descendants, you know? And still actively works to, like, lessen the lives of innocent people. And that's my TED Talk on race. YouTube, you can send me my check. You can DM me to send me my check somewhere. That'd be great. Anybody who learned something, that's great. If the only thing you learned was that you have to send me death threats, my next TED Talk will be, you suck. Become a better person. Be better. It'll just be better. That's it. Like, none of this, no insults. Just be better. And the easiest way to be better is to reduce harm, I feel. And to be aware. Those two things, if they aren't at the forefront of, like, a human society, I think that society is inherently cruel. And you can argue against that, and it's like, that's fair, but, like, you're wrong. We live in a society where I could have, if I wanted, an infinite amount of television channels. An infinite amount of entertainment options. Without, like, breaking my bank. Like, I'm no king, I'm no ruler, and yet I can have better entertainment than literally any ruler before, like, literally, like, right now. Like, literally, it's just, like, the British family and whoever's, like, still a ruling family in, like, Saudi Arabia or wherever, you know? Like, I don't know. I don't know how many royal families there are in this world. That's something I need to fact check. But, you know, if you have a television and a computer, and they both can, like, watch stuff, you have better entertainment options than literally anybody else before, like, 90 something. Before cable. Let's say that. You have better entertainment options than anyone before cable. But that's what it is. It's entertainment. It's not informative. Even if it tries to be. Like, I'm ranting about theories and political stuff while playing Mario. Oh, that's gonna get my videos removed by Nintendo, isn't it? Yeah, we like your message, but, you know, maybe try a different format. Kids are watching. Yeah, and maybe kids will learn, like, you gotta fight. You know, like, everybody tells you to avoid bullies, and it's like, hey, either get violent or get freaking weird. Like, make it so it's not attractive for them to hurt you. 'Cause that's what they want. They want the reaction, they want the power over you. Don't let them have that. Like, when I was a kid, my way to deal with bullies was basically to get very loud. And not in, like, a, like, crying way, but in a, like, very disruptive, like, ruining class for the rest of the day because nobody could, like, deal with anything. Like, you know, just getting very rude and horrible about everything. Which is also bullying. Like, you know, when you think about it, like, disrupting things isn't good. But, like, when you're a 12-year-old kid, and the teachers have basically decided to let other kids punch you, like, that's not good. So if I ruin their class for the rest of the day, then that was my way of getting back at everything. And that's not... You shouldn't focus on getting back at people, but... I don't know. Focus on number one means a lot of things. Some people, it's white supremacy, and that's objectively wrong. Like, that's bad. But for other people, it's like, if you hurt me, I'm going to make you rue that day. And depending on the circumstances, I can kind of agree with that, and I'm kind of advocating that. I really am. Don't let people hurt you. Like, there's only one you. And anybody who doesn't respect that isn't really someone you want in your life. Unless they're giving you huge sums of money, and then, like, deal with it. I don't know what I'm advocating for here, but, like, if somebody was like, all I need you to do is to portray everything you believe in for a few $1 million, I'd do it. Even for a few thousand, like, I'd do it. I'm cheap. I'm a coward. I'd sell myself out so quick. You can say that's horrible, but, like, I don't know. Money makes the world go round. And while it can't buy happiness, it can buy literally everything that can make you happy, so I don't know. Beats working retail too, probably, you know? Like, who's the real sellout? Somebody who works retail their entire life and only earned, like, and never even earned, like, $100,000? Or, actually, it'd only take 10 years to earn, like, $100,000. Actually, shorter, but, you know, it would still take a long time. You know? Or this person who's like, yeah, I will gladly... Or maybe not gladly, but I will betray my own values to do this thing. And I guess it depends what it is, like... If you told me, like, yeah, all you have to do is craft this legal bill that would make it very possible for us to kill people, innocent people, maybe I wouldn't do that. That's a little wrong. It goes against my values of, like, not having blood on my hands, you know? But there are people who literally do that kind of thing every day. That's their job. And you're like, no, that's not true. And it's like, if you're in the insurance industry and you're making policies to decide who gets care, like, if you're a person who decides who gets their care removed, like, who doesn't get care, like, that's literally what you're doing. And you may not want to, like, accept that, but yeah, that's what you're doing. And you're probably getting paid a lot less than what I was, like, alluding to, or whatever. Alluding to. So, who's the real villain? I mean, if this were a cartoon, this is where it'd be like, oh, society is, we gotta change. We can have a better world, and then we'd all do a kumbaya and have a nice little song and dance as the credits play. But the thing about real life is, there are no credits. And people really hate Kumbaya for some reason, you know? Nobody really wants to come together unless it's like Thanksgiving. At least in America. I really hate saying America. Like, the important part of, like, the country's name is United States, but it's just so long, it's so unwieldy. Like, and it's a really small thing, but I feel like if we just described ourselves as, like, people of the United States, like, we'd be a little more unified. Like, I don't know. It's a very, like, it's a very clear statement of who you are. Whereas American, like, what's even American? The word comes from, like, some Italian map maker who alleges he made it to, like, America, or may have just, like, drawn a map with, like, a landmass where America was. Like, the story always changes, like, every 10 years. Very fishy. That's your real conspiracy theory that whatever his name Amerigo wasn't a real person at all. The lizard people invented him so that people in 300 years would have a, like, word to use to describe themselves so that we could have no world peace ever. I don't know. I think that's reaching. I think that's a bit of a stretch. But at the same time, we live in a universe where dumber things have happened. So who's the real who's the real villain here? It's like a whodunit, except, like, with 7 billion plus suspects, 8 billion suspects, because we're talking about dead people too if we're talking about, like, 300 years in the past. That's crazy. Crazy to think about that there's, like, only been, like, 10 billion people total, ever. If that. Like, I don't know what that number actually is. I think it might be... I don't know. It's been a long time since I've read this stuff. And, like, those numbers change constantly because, like, there's always more people. Always more people. And for those of you expecting me to sieg into, like, talking about, like, overpopulation or how overpopulation isn't a thing, I'm not really going to. I feel like a lot of people have talked about this way better than I ever could. I know that hasn't stopped me yet, but in general, my feelings on overpopulation is it's not really a thing, but we are, as a bunch of societies, plural societies, are doing a really good job of using this planet's resources inefficiently, wastefully, even. Oh, nice. Oh, I thought I won, because the pause at the thingy made me think that. That's not fun. Cool, 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 cool. I'm gonna have to start using my coins constantly, because I need to. Oh boy. Yeah, it's not even worth it. I need to not get stars. Oh my god. You're wasting my time. 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 I need to be able to get damaged. I need to be able to... Oh god. This is the worst stage to get. Yep. Maybe not. Okay, I'll take this. Come on, die. Please die. Please die, die, die. Die, 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 die. Please die, whoever... Yes! Jeez, that was... Oh my. That one was stressful. That one was really stressful. I did not like that. I was like, my timer keeps going down and I keep getting stars. Kinda convenient, but like, I need to get damage, I need power-ups. And I leveled up again, cool. Nice. So, Parzival, I think? Parzival? Parzival. I don't know how to pronounce that. You were a very tough opponent. Thank you. But also, like, never do that again to me. Never ever. Let's check out our icons. Okay, so there's none down here. Zombie Goomba. And that's another row complete. And small Luigi. Is this another row complete? Yes, we got another column done. Neat. 2 columns? 2 columns. Unless we count that last one. Maybe allegedly 3. Cool, cool, cool. We're getting there. This has been Super Mario 35. I'm Luppy Rest. Thanks for watching. Bye.